Hey, welcome to Shenanigans Sunday. I am Mwegas, and apologies today because I'm not going to be having my camera on. I was using my phone camera during the morning live, and now I want to use this computer because for Shenanigans Sunday, I want us to talk about the delusions of women. And also, my apologies because of the noise around. You'll have to bear with me because I live niko kwa ploti na sasa hapa kwa ploti it is what it is. Kuna vitu huwezi fanya kama sasa live ya asubuhi, wale wenye mliweza kuisikiza, kulikuwa na mama alikuwa na scream ya mtoto wake hapo kwanza. Na say somewhere there is a woman or a child crying. I hope haitakuwa ina interfere sana na voice yangu that itaharibu show. Anyway, welcome to Shenanigans Sunday. So what are we going to talk about? What is the plan? What are we talking about hapa kwa Shenanigans Sunday? Kwa Shenanigans Sunday, what we are talking about is the delusions of women. This is a man's channel. Number one, to elewe hiyo. So I'm sipping some drink hapa because kuna baridi. And also nimesikia ni kambo inataka kunyesha, and I have iron sheets. So once it decides to fall, itabidi nimekata live. So apologies in advance. Now, Shenanigans Sunday, tuanze wapi? Oh yeah, it's been quite a while before ama tangu tuonane kwa this type of show. It's been a while. And I think it is important that once we meet and talk about hizi vitu za maisha. So I want to thank the people who share content with me in my inbox. So if you want to share content na mimi, here is my email. Let me just write haraka haraka. So here's my email, so you can always send me links to content via the email. So I want to thank Alfred. I want to thank Hamza. They have always been sharing content with me. And I think it is important when you have a community, because I can't see everything. And that has been very helpful. So thanks to you. Shout out to Kwako Alfred. Shout out to Kwako Hamza. And whoever is going to watch this is a man's channel. If you're new here, this is a man's channel. It's about raising boys into masculine men, and about talking about men and their masculine frame, and also everything around things which affect men and things which are important to men. So leo we are going to talk about the delusions of women. Now, number one, let's look at this story. Yes. So women have this issue or this problem or this condition where they are the star in all stories around them. Okay? So haijalishi huyu dem alikupata ukiwaaji. Do you men notice that every time you break up with a woman, or every time you do something to a woman to hurt her, she will always use this line: after everything nimekupea unaweza nifanyia hivi? Who can relate? If you can relate, please, you can share in the comments below some of your experiences. What is it that happened, and what is it that you dem alikupea? Now, I speak a little bit of womanese because I've been dealing with them for a minute. So when a woman says, I have given him everything, it simply means I gave him sex. So to a woman, sex is everything. That's why you see these idiots on social media, especially on TikTok. When people say or ask, what do you bring to the table? What do they say? I have given him everything. So Yeah. We are back. Let me see. Let me hide, and then let me bring it back. Yeah. So my net is playing games. So I was saying that I talk womanese, and when a woman says she gave you everything, what she means is that she gave you sex. So as a man, you have to recognize that it doesn't matter whether you gave her the world. As long as she gave you sex, she believes that she gave you everything, that she gave you the best out of hizo vitu zote, uh, out of everything that you gave, just because she gave you sex, then those accounts zimebalance. Now, this is Diana Marua, who married Bahati. So it's not Bahati who married Diana. Let's keep that back. Let's keep that 100%. She is the one who married Bahati. And now, she found Bahati having his own music success. Whether you like Bahati or not, whether you like his music or not, you cannot negate the fact that he was successful in what he was doing. Now, Diana is here saying that isipokuwa ni yeye, Bahati wouldn't be owning a home, 4 cars and 4 cars. So Bahati would be suffering. If it wasn't for her, then Bahati would be suffering. So what is this thing that she's been giving Bahati that is so important? Number one, Bahati no longer sings anything of importance today. Bahati tried to be an MP and failed. So in all fairness, we can say that Bahati is worse off, right? That Bahati is worse off. All right? You get what I'm saying? Now, she's out here claiming that Bahati is the one that she's the one who built Bahati, right? So this is what she claims. She's the one who built Bahati. So this is what she's saying. She's saying you are nothing without me. And this is something which a lot of women, this is a mentality that a lot of women have, that you are nothing without her. That if it wasn't for her being in your life, so if it wasn't for her giving you sex, then you wouldn't be anything, you wouldn't be the man you are today. Okay? So I mean that is the only different thing, because look, we are living in the modern world. Okay, so this woman did not come in and like Bahati. If I'm to analyze Bahati, he is worse off. Number one, his music industry, his music business is like ilikwama. He's no longer doing good music. His music is no longer selling as it does right now. He's concentrating on dramas of Diana, right? So he's always dragging his woman around. Right now, I can say Diana is more musically successful than Bahati. And I'm using the word successful very loosely here. So, number one, we keep screaming on our platforms that men need to maintain their mental point of origin and their masculine frame, be in their masculine square. And one of the things a man who is in his masculine square is expected to do is he is expected not to get married. What I mean is that a man is expected to marry, not to get married. So any man who has a wife who is older than him. I know this one itadunga a lot of people, but let's keep it a back. Let's keep it 100%. If you have an older woman as a wife, then you're the one who is married. You're not the one who married. We've been told that women mature faster, right? That girls mature faster than boys. So that means a woman's mentality mindset is will always be, if you are the same age, then she will be ahead of you in terms of her mental maturity. Now imagine if she is older than you. So if you are the same age, then she's older in terms of the mental um, maturity. Now, if she's older than you, now she's significantly older than you in mental maturity. A woman is supposed to marry someone she can look up to, someone who is better than her. And that's why you see a lot of these women. This is Diana. The last time it was Wahoo who shared a photo with her talking the same kind of nonsense. Wahoo, you are nameless. And I think I did a video on that. So why is it important for us to talk about this? Because we need to accept the nature of women, and women believe that they are the star in the movie of your life. So it doesn't matter if you are a physicist, if you it doesn't matter whether you are Elon Musk, who is like the richest guy in the world currently. If he got married today, you will still see some idiot of a woman claiming that if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't be who he is. All right. So don't let these type of things piss you off. This is just a woman, being herself. Now, the problem with this that I can see is that she's doing it publicly, and she's doing it in such a way that it is permanent. Because once something goes on social media, on the internet is forever. So it wouldn't matter whether your wife at home thinks she's the star and everything. It wouldn't really matter so much. Why? Because she will always feel that way. Now, if she goes on social media and starts saying these things, and this is the internet, and the internet is forever, and the internet is forever. So now it doesn't matter whether tomorrow she's going to say she was misquoted or all that nonsense. This thing will stick. Bahati's children will grow up, they will find this thing and they will say, so baba yangu alijengwa na mama yangu. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, or it does matter where she is playing her superstardom on. If she's playing that superstardom at home, you can check it. You can tell her, hey, please, we are not doing that here. And then that shit that just remains at home. If she wants to play, sometimes you can even let her play at home. But now if she goes in public, and worse off on the internet, and start saying such shit, then she needs to get checked, right? Somebody needs to end. But unfortunately, her husband can't, because apparently he is the wife. So uh, you can't blame a woman for thinking she's the star in her own in your life. The only thing you can do is check her. The only thing you can do is check her. But now, how do you check her when she's live on social media? Do you come and say you start a social media fight? That one now will be SARS. So if you can't check her wakati mko nyumbani, don't come social media mwanze kupigana hapa. Now, this generation of men has been overmothered and underfathered. There has never been a truer statement in the world today. There has never been a truer statement in the world today. Our generation of men has been overmothered and underfathered. That's why you have too many emotional men walking around. That's why you have too many single women walking around or single mothers walking around. Why? Now, let me just paint a picture for you. You know, when a man is raised in a single mother's homestead, two things happen, or two things are likely to happen. Either he becomes a baby daddy, or he becomes a doormat for women. So he either becomes a baby daddy, so he doesn't care about his kids, or he becomes a doormat for women. Let me explain. So if a boy has been raised by a single mother, he when he becomes a baby daddy, it's because he sees no reason why he needs to stay with a woman when she is fully capable of taking care of the kid. He might not consciously be thinking about it, but that is the mentality he has because he grew up watching his mom raising him, and he, in his mind, he knows that his mother raised him well. So for him, he knows that a woman can raise a child very well without the interruptions of a man. So that's why he will go out there, give multiple women babies, and marry none of them. Why? Not because he's a bad guy, it's because in his mind, he believes that him staying with this woman might possibly make the child end up not growing up very well. I know it is irrational, it is illogical, but what do you expect? This is a child who was raised by a single mother, and he grew up seeing his mother raising him, and he believes that he turned out okay. So why should he go interfere with his mother's children raising his own kids? So he grew up seeing, he didn't see his father. His father never provided, and he got an education. He now possibly has a nice job, and he's doing very well. So what is stopping his baby mamas from raising kids and taking them to school and the kids turning out successfully? That's one side. The other side of the doormat is that because he was not raised by a father, he did not witness positive uh, interactions of a man and woman in a marriage. The only thing he used to see ni neighbors, and you know vitu za neighbors, you really can't trust what you see huku nje. We all know that we pretend. Kuna a lot of shit that happens kwa manyumba that huwa hatuonyeshani huku nje. Most married men, most married women will not go unikaing their dirty laundry in public. At least those who have akili. There are those ones who are akili-less. So siongele yao. Now this guy, because he felt the absence of a father, he will not want to see that happening to his kids. So what does he become? He becomes a doormat for his wife because he does not want to expose his children to grow up the way he grew up without a father. Possibly he suffered. Possibly he has some very serious mental issues because of growing up without a father. And now he cannot imagine him leaving his own children. Now, if he meets one of these modern women who's only there for their own benefit, gratification, and happiness, then he will become a doormat because he will become a yes man. Because every time he says no, this woman will threaten to take his kids away because she knows that that's the only way kushika huyo mtu makei, okay, dragging him by his balls. So when you have a generation of men who are overmothered, number one, you have a problem in the community because we don't have strong men. Number one, we don't really have men. So just to be honest, we don't really have men because men are supposed to be raised by other men. So if you are a boy who grew up in a single mother home, you are not given an opportunity to engage with a grown man. The mother did not see the need to attach you with male role models, so she felt like she can do a good job. The only metric you can use to support that you are a man is that you are an adult human male, right? That's the only definition that works for you, and that has nothing to do with manhood. That's just legal. So this generation of men who have been overmothered and the father, they are very emotional, right? That's why you see uh, couples, especially men, deleting their women, wives, girlfriends, is on the rise. It is on the rise because there is this phenomena with women. They are like kids. They like to see what they can get away with when you, especially when you put boundaries. They want to see how far they can push that line before it snaps. Now, masculine men understand this and they catch it immediately when she starts doing that. Before she stretches that line to the point where it snaps, he catches it early and he cuts it in the bud. You will deal with it that time. Just like a child, the moment you find that child doing wrong, you deal with it then, there and then. Okay, so that has a frame of reference. This happened because I did this. So, this wrong. But now, these men who have been overmothered are scared to, number one, they don't even know where the boundaries are. They don't even know how to set boundaries. And then they will not understand that a woman, once you set those boundaries, a woman will try her level best to stretch those boundaries. And instead of snapping and responding with violence, you treat her the way you treat your own child, with discipline. You just discipline with love. That does not mean physical or capital punishment or caning. No, just deal with it the best way how without resorting to violence. And one of the things will be just having a very serious talk. Not one of those talks where you are laughing or no. It's like, listen, you did this. I don't like it. Stop it. And there is no discussion. Those are instructions. Don't even give like, if you do this, this will happen. That's unnecessary. You did this. I don't like it. Now, you know I don't like it, but then you went and did it anyway. So this is the first warning that you don't do it. So she will stay a minute and then she will try again. Then you tell her, hey, listen, I remember the last time you did this. I gave you a first warning. This is a second warning. Now, this is where now you give repercussions for repeat offense. And then you just state it clearly. I'm not going to give you a third warning. This is the second warning. So if you do this again, these are the repercussions. So when she does that, so you don't sit her down again. No, she needs to see the repercussions. And then it will hit her like, oh yeah, it's because I did this for the third time. So that stops. If she's a wise woman, the first time you tell her, that shit stops. If she's one of those people who strong and independent, and I don't need no man and all this nonsense, I can do bad all by myself, then the moment you give her a warning, that will be like you telling her to go try it again. And then just make sure you promise what you will deliver. That's the only thing that works. Don't, just like kids, don't say ukifanya hivi nitafanya hivi and you're not doing it. So yaji, so by now, if you're following this live or you're watching after the fact, what are some of the ways that women stretch these boundaries and try to make a man act out? So please put it in the comments. I hope you may like stream. I hope you may like the video and share it. Sawa sawa. Like I said before, I am not doing videos. Camera yangu got busted. I was using the phone camera in the morning. I didn't want to set it up again for this one. Tuendele. Tuendele. We are going to have this conversation pole 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 tumalize. Thank God mvua ilipotea. It has decided ilikuwa inashtua the lazy ones kama mimi. Yes. So we are going to take very short time between these videos because I really did a lot of talking in the morning. And you all know I can really go on. So here we have something from the Kevin Samuels Reloaded Part 2 page on Facebook. And this is what it says. Woman expresses deep regret after she divorced her good husband because she made more money and had a better career than him at the time. He leveled up in his career and now taking care of another family where I'm here lonely. So this is a video. This is a screenshot of a video of this woman who was giving game to young women, especially these young women who are grown, and because they have reached a certain financial threshold, they believe that they don't need no men. All right, so for them, they believe they don't need no man. So she was making good money. She had a good man, but the man was still growing. She made more money. She had a better career. Now she left him because he was dusty at the moment. So I guess the man learned. This is what you have to do as men. We have to learn. So you recognize that I made a mistake by marrying this type of a woman, right? Because you are the man, you get to choose who you get into a relationship with, who you get into a marriage with. All right. So you realize that I made a mistake by marrying her because she did what she did. And it is not the fault of the woman. Women are naturally hypergamous. They want to marry better. Okay. So if they marry you, they expect you to rise up to the occasion and become ambitious and start competing and actually outcompete her. That is her expectation. So if you marry an ambitious woman who, through her ambition, she's very successful financially, and she believes that, because all of them believe they are tens. So now she believes she's a 10, and then now she has good money, and you are just there, auko serious na maisha, she will leave. That is in her nature. It is not wrong, it is not right, it just is. Because remember, she is looking upper kando and she's seeing successful men. She's seeing men who are better than her. And that is something which arouses a woman's interest, romantic interest. It is some form of biological wiring. And it is okay for women to want better for themselves. Now, it is for men to recognize that women want better for themselves and then be that better option. Of course, there will always be someone who's making more money than you, doing all these things. But to you, a woman, if you are better than her, if you are always ahead, a step ahead, if you are always a step ahead, she will always have that thing where, yes, I chose the right man, I chose the right guy. Of course, that guy is making more money, but my guy is also making more than me. Now, if she belongs to the streets, she will live regardless. But then remember, as a man, you already have your own value. So once you get to a certain level financially, you have your own value and you will not be struggling to replace her. Okay, so a woman will see that and recognize that, oh, yeah, if I leave my guy, someone else will come and slide in and I cannot get him. Now, women, some of them are idiots, but most of them are not. So if you see a woman leaving a man, it's because she has found a better man. Now, the only thing the man who's been left needs to do is find a better woman to marry. Don't be waiting for her to come back, and don't take her back, because that's the worst mistake a man can do. But that's not for today's class. That's not for today's life. Okay. So as a man, you need to be better than your woman. Don't listen to all these idiots who talk about equality. Equality is nonsense. Now, I want to also share this in line with what we've just talked about, right? Women care about their feelings so much. Women care about their feelings so much. So this is something you need to understand as a man. This is not something for you to forget, by the way. Never ever ever be so comfortable that you forget this. And what is this? No matter how good you treat a woman, if you aren't the man who she has feelings for, she'll never appreciate your efforts. Women are loyal to their feelings, they don't care about your sacrifice. Women are loyal to their feelings, they don't care about your sacrifice. So, as a man, ensure you get a woman who has your feelings, who feels something for you. Because some women will marry you because it's a business transaction. Get a woman who has feelings for you. Because it will be very, if she moves off, and that's why as men we have to recognize that when a woman leaves you, it's because she has feelings for another. There is this phenomena where a married woman doesn't give her body to her husband because she feels like she is cheating on her boyfriend. So one of the most telling red flags to married men that your woman is on her way out is once she cuts off sex. Once she cuts off sex, just dump her, just exit stage left and keep walking. Because no matter how good you treat her, if you're not the man she has feelings for, you will never ever satisfy her. Now, on the other hand, if you're the man she has feelings for, you rarely do wrong. There was a meme shared on Facebook where a man is sharing the picture of a woman. I think it was sort of a selfie. It's a man who took a photo of the rear view mirror. He's sitting kwa passenger seat, and in the photo kwa rear view mirror or kwa side mirror you can see a woman pumping gas ama kuweka mafuta kwa gari, right? And then the caption is, "This is the nigger the love of my life left me for." So it was funny for me because, oh, the woman I would have given the world to left me for. So this man was struggling to provide and do all these things, but this woman did not have feelings for him. The man she had feelings for she will do anything for. He's sitting comfortably kwa gari as the woman ako hapo nje akijiwekea petroli. You know, in America, it's not like hapa Kenya. Hapa Kenya, we have those attendants who will do the fueling for you. In America, you do the fueling for yourself. So the woman is the one doing the fueling, and the man is sitting in the car, smiling a big one. So sometimes, if you get a woman who has feelings for you, and you are doing good as a man, you will not struggle to keep her. But if she doesn't have feelings for you, even if you go and bring the moon to her, umpatie kwa mkono, umwambie hii ni yako, she will never appreciate. So I'm just dropping some gems here and there. Tukisonga. Because at the end of the day, we don't have the whole night. It's Sunday evening. Naenda tukisonga. So let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. So I want to share this, and I just want to lay the ground rules or the groundworks. Whatever this woman says, it's correct, right? It is okay. It's correct. We are not going to sit here and argue when a woman is speaking facts. Now let's just look at what she's saying. I will never date a man who is financially unstable. You could never change my mind. Just accept it. It goes both ways. Nah, it goes my way. This is my life, and I set the standard. Now, here, this is okay. Me, I have nothing to say against this, what she's saying. However, and she is free to demand whatever man she wants. She says money is very important in a relationship. Then you settle all you want, however, that's not my story. Look, never settle, let go of them people who always saying the outside, and surround yourself around people who are doing better than you so you can become better. All this is facts. I am not going to say that she's saying things which are not facts. I agree with her 100%. Now, what I want us to look is to look at this thing critically. This is the woman who is saying all this. Look. Huh? No. Look at this. Look at how she's dressed. She's sharing this photo on social media. So, yes, woman, you are free to demand all you want. It is up to you. However, a man who knows what he's doing, a man who is in charge of his own life, he's not going to be getting with you because of all this and all this. You're not the man, you're not a woman that a man wants to tie down because you are for the streets. So men will mess with you, men will pay for it. I mean, yeah, I have money, so I'm going to pay to spend time with you, but I'm not going to tie you down. No. I'm not going to give you my last name. That's not going to happen. Why? Because I too have my own standards, and men have their own standards. And if you are a man mwenye ako na akili, this is not a woman you want to take to your family. This is a thirst trap on social media. And look at her Trump stamps. She has multiple Trump stamps. So she's been around the block. Let's be honest. She's been around the block. So if you are a man of substance, why would you be messing with this type of a woman? Everything she has said is facts. Everything she has said is facts. She has all the right in the world to demand what she wants. However, is she the product that any man, a man of substance, a man of means would want to buy? Long term. I'm not saying just to buy for her time. Of course, I mean, she must be making enough money because she is pretty. She looks good. A man would not mind spending money on her. and a bit of time, but that's it. It's only for the carnal issues. You bust a nut and you move on, and you delete that number and you block on social media. Like I said, tunaguza tukisonga kidogo kidogo. Today Shenanigans Sunday and we don't want to keep. By the time unafika hapa, you already know what this is about. You already know what this is about. Now, in the interests of time, I want to guzia hii kitu pole pole. I want to do this probably an hour and then I'm done. If I can do it in 50 minutes, even better. Now, the next one is women just connected to or connected to women being the star of their movie. They always also now find ways to play victim. So this is very confusing because a woman, if you ask a modern woman, she's so empowered, she's good, but then she's also a victim. So are we saying that women are empowered victims? Because once you are empowered, you get out of the victim mindset. But women still have that mindset. So let's look at what this is saying. If the cost of saving a marriage is destroying a woman, the cost is too much. If the cost of saving a marriage is destroying a woman, the cost is too much. Of course, this is more of that feminist bullshit, that feminist nonsense. Now, so this is a woman playing a victim. Number one, once you are married, you've already destroyed yourself. You cannot be yourself in a marriage. You can only be yourself when you're a bachelor or a spinster. Once you're married, you're no longer yourself because now you have to accommodate other people. In a marriage, you don't have a woman. In a marriage, you don't have a man. In a marriage, you have a man and a woman getting into a marriage. Once you get into a marriage, you stop becoming a woman, you stop becoming a man. Now you become a husband, you become a wife, you become a father, you become a mother. Now, once you step out of your marriage, so once you are out there in the world, you are a man. You get back into your home, you are a father, you are a husband. So hizo manhood na womanhood unawacha huko. So a wife is a job. A husband is a job. Right? It is like, for example, when I get to work, if I am employed as a cleaner, once I clock ndani ya kazi, I am no longer Kama, I am no longer Wamwega, I am Wamwega the cleaner. I am the cleaner. My job is to clean. Okay? Because niko kazi. Hiyo manhood yangu nitaiokota huko nikienda. Nikitoka kazi, nitaokota manhood yangu nikienda nyumbani. If I am a secretary, nikiwa kazini, mimi ni secretary. Mimi si Wamwega. Mimi ni secretary. Niko hapo kwa sababu siko hapo kwa sababu mimi ni Wamwega, niko hapo kwa sababu mimi ni secretary. I'm there to do a job. Once I'm done with that job, once I clock out, then I can take my manhood hapo nje ya gate as I go home. Nikifika kwa mlango, hiyo manhood yangu naiwacha hapo. I am now a husband. Okay? So, to become a good husband and a good wife, you have to leave a lot of things huko nje. Right? There are a lot of things. Men, the first people to be destroyed in a marriage are men. Once a man becomes a husband, his whole world ends. Because he is no longer a free agent to do what he wants, to go where he wants for however long he wants. No, he's tied down. And there is this woman, there is this wife in his house who is dependent on him. So wives can just sit at home and they know at the end of the day they will eat. The wives can sit at home and know at the end of the day the rent is going to be paid. They are not going to walk out naked. They are going to eat. No, if they get sick, they are going to hospital and the bill is going to be paid. Now, the man does not have the same luxury. The husband does not have the same luxury. If he gets sick, he needs to find money to pay. So the man is the first individual to get destroyed in a marriage. But now women have to come up with this nonsense of saying destroying a woman, the cost is too much. What do you think the cost is by destroying this man? And that's why I said that there is no man, there is no woman in marriage, because we already destroyed it, and or we upgraded that designation into husband and wife, because now this is full-time work. Husband and wife is still a full-time job. That's why you uko kwa ofisi and you receive a call from your wife, and you even forget to inform anyone where you are going, and you get out running because something has happened at your full-time job. All right? So women, this is why you are not getting married. This is why you are not getting married. So this one is not just sad. This is not even sad. My boyfriend's cancer battle was ruining my mental health, so I left him. Now I'm running a marathon in his honor. This is just another and more proof that women will always be the star in whatever situation. They will always insert themselves and make it about themselves. So the guy is almost dying here with cancer, and she found a way of making it about herself. Now, she left him, and then she found a way of making that cancer about herself. Imagine that. Imagine you are fighting for your life, and then the woman who you love, in quotes, leaves you because of your cancer. So you are dying because your body is eating itself. And then she's like, that's so bad for my mental health. I just need to go. No, I'm sorry, I just need to dump you. It's over. I can't deal with this. And then she is now running a marathon and then claiming that it is in your honor. Honor for what? Now imagine you get better. And then this shit has been going around. You get better and it doesn't come back, and you make something of yourself. And then she's somewhere there looking at you, and now she thinks, she wants to come back. Now that you are better, now that you have things, now that you are doing good, she wants to come back. And she wants to come back to you and tell you that, you know what, I was there for you. You even see I ran a marathon in your honor. And then you find men who are idiots taking these types of women back. And to be honest, I have no empathy for those type of men. I don't empathize, I don't sympathize. In fact, I really, really want these types of women, once they are taken back, to give this guy a bigger one. Yeah, the first blow was not big enough. You need to knock him down. The second thing you do to him, I'll be out there celebrating and cheering for this woman. Why? Because the man was an idiot. And he did not learn from the first mistake, where when he was dying, she left him. She made it about herself and left him. All right. Now, these are lessons which men need to learn. That women will always make things about themselves. It doesn't matter whether you are dying. And this is not just on a small scale, it's on a large scale. Now, remember when Russia started the military operation in Ukraine, which people called it an invasion and whatever you call it, you understand what I'm saying. And men were denied the chance to leave Ukraine and save their lives. They were forcefully drafted and they went and they have been dying in their thousands. Care International decided to make this issue about women, girls, and children. So this is what they put up on their social media, on Facebook. The war in Ukraine has been very hard on women and children. Women and children are suffering in the war in Ukraine. We want your support in order to whatever they were saying, talking about relocation, nini, while men were actually dying. So a woman not eating a proper meal is worse than a man dying in the front lines. So instead of these organizations saying, hey, we need to come together and push these governments to stop this war because men are dying, and because of this war, women and children are suffering. Number one, men are dying and women and children are suffering. They did not even mention the men dying. So it was all about the suffering of women and children. Why? Because men dying is not important. It is these women not finding a hamburger, or these women not finding sanitary towels. That is more important. So a woman having sanitary towels is more important than a man dying in a war. Just think about that as men. So these things wenye mnanunuliaga mabibi zenu are more important than your life. Now let's take a minute to laugh at this man. I always try to insert one of these photos or one of these stories. Let's take a minute and laugh at this man. Just found a photo of my wife with her baby daddy and the kid. It is recent depicted by the clothes they are wearing. Kumbe gaidi ilitoka Dubai, wife akamchukulia mtoto akamuone from the charts. After all I have done for her, mtu niliokota Kayole kona nikamhamisha, nimemweka vizuri. This is the comeback. Nimekuwa nikilipa fees Happyland ya mtoto na matumizi yote ni mimi, alafu mtu ananifanya hivi. Kumuuliza na niambia even the other kid 6 months is not mine. Vile nilikesha coma rock modern the whole night na nilikuwa nikuwe job. As a man I'm broken, nimeshinda nikimove from club to club. This is the third day I'm so broken. Well, the only thing I can say is you deserve it. You deserve it. This one is on you. You are not going to sympathize, you are not going to empathize. Why? Because men have been saying this for a minute now. For the last 5 years, men have been screaming these things on social media. They have been very vocal. Very vocal. You cannot be in today's age and still behave like this. The manosphere, the red pill movement has been here for a minute now. And you knew that it was wrong, or it was a wrong move to do this. Somewhere down, if you've been, if you have friends, they told you that this is the wrong move. However, men of today, like we say, they are overmothered and underfathered. They are emotional. They don't think logically. And I want to encourage you to go watch my masculinity series videos. I have Masculinity Sunday videos where we talk about men and how men should behave and what are men. And this is not manly. If she has a child and the father of that child is alive, let the father of the child marry her and they make a good family. Why are you breaking up a family? Let them sort out their issues. Don't take someone with somebody's child. Okay? Do not. Just kubali tu. Kubali tu that huyu ulichelewa. Go get yourself a woman who is childless, who is young. Now, the first kid si wako. Alafu remember the second kid mwenye ako 6 months si wako. Now, the only thing I can say to you is you need to grow up, you need to man up. You need to face this problem. You need to accept that you are the fool and do better. Yes, it will hurt. If you invested your feelings there, if you invested your money there, it will hurt you. But then imagine the amount of hurt that you will continue experiencing by continuing with this woman. So you'd rather hurt away from this woman than hurt with this woman. All right. So that has been the Shenanigans Sunday. It's been fun. Thank you very much for the people who've joined the live. Those who will watch after the fact. Like I said, I'm working on getting me a camera. I think the only time I'll be using a camera is during the masculinity, the morning session, the morning live, which is the masculinity session. So if you haven't watched those videos, tafadhali subscribe to the channel. If you are a young man, if you are an old man, if you are a married man, because I want to make this channel more engaging, to have live conversations with people. That is the target goal. Hapo mbele. As the channel grows, as you subscribe, as the channel grows, as I continue giving you content, as you continue suggesting content to me, I want to make this channel more vibrant by having people coming in and phoning in, and we have discussions live. Okay, that is my end goal. But thank you very much for those people who've joined. I appreciate it. Share the video, encourage your friends to subscribe to the channel, because this is a masculinity channel. The Shenanigans Sunday is something like laid back, kind of, let's talk about this, let's laugh about this, let's just have banter on these issues that affect men. However, in the morning, Sunday morning at 8, I have a masculinity Sunday live, which is more serious. I try to do research on that and present as much information as possible. So thank you for joining. I will see you next Sunday. Bye bye.